For this part of the live stream video is now being prepared on the set for a WIP session. Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. We're back and go for take 2 on the live stream segment on the set for the GTWS Nations Cup 2023/24 Exhibition Series Season 1 on Gran Turismo 7. Since last time during the part, we're having a quick break time after finishing from take 1. But still, apparently because it was a lot challenging to have any real car by pick to be used on any 7 vehicles by regulation. But very good choice to have the Ford GT 2006 is a very good one to have a number 1 pick along with the Mercedes-AMG GTS 2015 as car recommend number 2. But also because differences by the change on the format on Saturdays will be take place along with the Nations Cup who had to go by 1 championship at a time for every week. But it'll have to do much more delay on short further notice. Short further notice as the penalty is now being set on light along with the mechanical damage is now going into light for the GT3 and GT2 leagues, and even of course as always to have the heavy for the GT1 class for tonight's competition. So let's go again, and this will have to take another part for having a roll call for having a WIP session to go on the set. So you guys might gonna have to get down to choose any one rail car available, depends on the FR or the MR layout. But it'll have to take 6 of them on the FR and 1 for the mid-engine layout. But apparently for only 5 of them, and that brings 1 in the RR drivetrain. Gonna get back on track and do for having a reminder as this part of the live stream video on take 2 will have to be planned, and be prepared for having some long patient delays as the editing will have to be ready to go initiate. So whenever you're welcome at any time, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see that if you're new around. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms whenever you're welcome at any time, and don't forget to click the bell. So let's get ready to go and practice on a set and proceed on forward in today's Nations Cup in the first round. Let's resume and begin. Just to let you guys know, because I'm still busy to do some development on lap time challenges because of the skipping part for every 2 or 3 seconds. Somehow I just still figured out because that might be having a slight change of delays for having 1 completion part of the content clip that needs to be prepared for having a major marathon planned by release by sometime around in November or December of 2023 and earlier in 2024 in the month of January. So I just really might need to get shape up and get my role to be back on track. That's how I just really might have to get the best time to go competition time to see how my role will be get back on track. But only one last reminder heads up notice before moving up forward in next month on Vision Total Drama. Total Drama Island reboot characters is now going to be prepared to have a 1 major marathon for each day. I'm about to be planned to go right now as I'm about to be putting up as early exclusive access to be on my Patreon page. But it's going to be a hard search, but you might going to have to find me on Patreon that has the same name for myself. Gonna have to go and do some more practice. So I've been working so much as I've been launched to do some establishment on Patreon and Discord. But I can still gonna have to do some more upcoming art debations on DeviantArt for having an upcoming content update for next update on GT7. I guess there will be some 2 Honda Civics and 1 Mazda 3, which is going to be having a Group 4 category, so that would be quite giving a good, excellent interest for this part of the car collection quest for myself. Oh, and I almost forgot to have one other thing about having 2 cars who don't actually to be received from last month's update. The Toyota GR Corolla and Ambulance High-Medic is now going to be officially available on Grand Central in late September of this month. So gonna have to keep a good reminder, folks. September 28th is where the 2 cars are now going to be added in the Grand Central along with the 3 new cars. So I have to keep a good practice to have a short reminder time in about 9 minutes added up with 10 seconds left. Gonna have to keep going. Alright. Sector 2 clear. Go proceed on Sector 3. Okay, 8 minutes left. Gonna keep a good watchful eye out during this part of the clip if anything else happens, because skipping part during live stream might be going a bit more glitchy, that might end up or having a blurry part during this part of the segment, because I just really might have a good way to go visualize, creative, and doing a matter of stunt performance as I have to go on live. That's how I've been planning to do this for myself since last week was a bit more bummer, as I'm about to be ready to go participate from the Manufacturers Cup in round 1 due to my delay. Pretty upset, and there's also to have one other thing that has a special surprise. A special surprise that has a steering wheel with a pedal is now actually to be accessible to be used on the PS4 and PS5 platform that is actually not a Fanatec equipment. Besides a Fanatec equipment, because that might have a different brand that might be quite very good to be compatible to be using on the PS4. Do you guys want to take a hint? Starts with a capital L and the capital G at the very end that has a number 29 in it. And even to have a stick shift is now being included. But the moment answer is, it's a Logitech G29 steering wheel with pedals and stick shift. That's how I just got myself for having a nice B-Day gift, because that will cheer me up for putting up with some new ways and get tested by having some training course to become a professional sim racer. But I can say this because that might have a special surprise as I'm being a Gran Turismo player to myself. Oh, and did I ever mention that could be quite very good to be compatible to be playing on other racing games like the Crew 2, Need for Speed 2015, and other racing games that might be quite very good to be fitted by used. So 6 minutes left until matchmaking starts. This will be the second point race entry of tonight. If I have to get a chance to go finishing on 6th place or 4th place, that will be much more good for having a prediction guess, so I had to get over it and get down to do some preparation on set. But I might gonna have to stop at the moment, so I'll have to take a good look onto the storage that I just really might have to check it out. So gonna have to check the results. Go to the options. So let's see which storage that I still got enough space available. I really might have to do some more time to get down to do some adding up with some replay content after this. It'll have to take time. Okay, 87%. Okay, I still got some few unreleased content video that might need to go delete. I'll have to keep that in mind. 62 megabytes. Okay, I'll have to delete it and add some more space whenever I need to. Okay, looks like 87.6% is still available by open space. Okay, time to get back and do some more practice. Sorry for the wait, folks. I just really might need to get down and do some management as I preparedly launch for the U.D.R.S Committee. Will be going in for having a major control for my YouTube channel, just to have main focusing on live stream content video after finishing from only one content video to another. That's how I run the U.D.R.S Committee myself, just to have a solo person as a YouTuber who have actually run a committee of my own. But it'll have to be a bit more extra helpful by having some more support. Three minutes left. Matchmaking will start to be on standby. Okay, gonna have to go by brake balance. Now's the time I'll have to use it. Alright, that's a good left turn. I'm always gonna have to keep a good watchful eye out on this live stream video. If anything happens, blurry part by skipping exactly a few seconds is gonna be having a bit more interruption by distraction. Okay, that's a good slide turn on number one. Going peak by peak. One minute left. Gonna have to remember the turn and corners. Thirty seconds left. There we go, right on time, and Record to be on the same time on 1 minute and 36 seconds adds up with 0.831 seconds. Bit average and well updatable. So here we go. Join in session in the lobby and let's do this. Same thing as before, different players, and this will be very good. Looks like speed, velocity, Fast Ginger 1, Soccer Crowley, Wax is the best, Mr. Jones, Super Sport, TC55XX, C Panta, Slow in, Fast out, Louie 3, Recky Spinhouse, and other 2 drivers are now being welcomed. Just to have 15 players, and that will be it. It's about time, and let's get it on to go roll it out. U2 speed, have a good race. Pardon me, just took a sip of water. I just had a good taste of dinner from last minute. Alright folks, here we go. As phase 1 preparation, we'll go down to do the same drill. 5-minute qualifier, 3 laps, and this will have to see how it goes to be challenging and make your mark to be on the main lap time to go improve. But I'm sure of it, this qualifying session on take 2 of the live stream will have to get it much more check and will to be succeeded. So let's go line up in formation. Faster times, go for the quick rush. So my current progress is 553 subscribers. Looks like it's going a bit more faster on the high roll, but it'll have to get much more extra help before Total Drama Island reboot characters to be planned on schedule. Oops. Sorry about that, Fast Ginger 1. I guess I just really deserve to have a slow down time. How clumsy of me, and how embarrassing. Yeah. I guess I just really need to get myself head in the game. That's how I just really need to get shape up to do this, folks. Well, I take no offense on Fast Ginger 1, despite my efforts that I just might need to give it time to slow down. But still, the red bar quality is not responding to me. But I thought this was supposed to be going well in green. But it'll have to take during this part to be having some bloopers and outtakes. Come on, just got to get my brain worked up already. Do you hear me, brain? I need you for having a racing strategy. Not you folks, I'm just talking to my brain. With the changes on the GTWS Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup is about to be putting up with some new ways to be having some risk of opportunity. So gonna have to be extra careful before the real race starts. Don't become a dirty racer, otherwise you might gonna be exited out automatically yourself. That will have to be wait for only next part of the race entry. So gonna have to keep that in mind, folks. I just really might need to be extra careful after the qualifying is done. Okay, Wax's the best is doing a good lap time faster. Everyone's all in. Okay, third lap, here I come. 6th place on the grid. Okay, good respawn movement. Check in well. Okay, BDAX 785 took the lap time and entered first place. 1 minute, 36.383 seconds. Very good. Looks like C Pasta took second, along with Wax's the best was used to be on the number 1 spot until dropped down onto 3rd place. Gonna have to keep going. Looks like time's up. Phase 1 is coming to an end soon before Phase 2 will go for having a road part. And there you go. 9th place on the spot. Looks like Fast Ginger 1 is now currently to be stopped at 6th place. So I'll have to give a good boot to cheer him on if he really wants to go enter between 3rd or 1st place by Elizabeth. So looks like this is going to be a full party of 4 GTs and 3 Mercedes AMG GTS 2015. So stick around, folks. Phase 2 will be coming back in about 1 minute after this. Alright folks, Phase 2 will be coming back in 3 seconds. Let's proceed and get ready to roll. Well, the choices is going to be a bit much more interesting turn. Everyone is going for the 2006 Ford GT and Mercedes AMG GTS 2015 to have a best 2 recommend pick. By today's temperature in Deep Forest Raceway is 62.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and of course, fall season is here during the middle of September. So I hope you guys did a good time to be enjoyed in summer, because a very good way to have a nice time to go fun and relaxation. So in about 16 seconds before the race starts in the exhibition series, try to do your best, folks. Clean racing is very important. Respect the car and the handling capability to see how it goes. So let's have a competition time to go initiate. here we are in race 1 in the first season of the 2023/24 Exhibition Series GTWS Nations Cup on GT7. The players are about to be ready to join in, so here we have BDAX 785 in first place, C Panta on second place, third place we have Waxis the Best One ready to go, Velocity in the Mercedes AMG GTS in fourth place, Sako Crowley in fifth place, sixth place we have Mr. Jones on the Mercedes AMG GTS. Fast Ginger _1 arrives in seventh place, Speed on number 8. Ninth place is myself, will be using with a Ford GT 2006, Slow In Fast Out on 10th place. 11th place, Louie 3 is now ready to go. 12th place, Reki Spinhouse in the same Ford GT, and here we have Super Sport on 13th place. 14th place we have CRT Salix is now ready up and go, and TC55XX in last place on the number 15. When all the practice is done, we're about to get ready to go and have 12 laps around in Deep Forest Raceway without any pit stop. Medium compound on the sports category only, and this will have to take a call out during the exhibition is now having some blurry efforts. But this part will have to keep a good reminder is now being shown on the sign. So in that case, encore content video will have to be wait on standby from here until now. Let's race and go by 3 seconds to get the show on the road. Good luck, folks. The GTWS Exhibition Series Nations Cup in round 1 on the first season is about to begin. First turn coming in. Now we have several racers in the same Ford GT road car along with the other two Mercedes AMG GTS is now coming around on turn 1. Going up the hill and established to be approaching onto the out and out in turn 2 and 3. Approaching and brake lightly to go a bit more heavier to be more tougher expected. There goes Mr. Jones going drive in on the FR layout to be oversteer, and several racers are about to go line up in formation. But here we have Fast Ginger 1 on 7th place for having a good start as he's catching up to Mr. Jones in the same Mercedes AMG GTS in the Ford GT to have a much more likely advantage. But heads up, contact has now been called in. This could be a bit more challenging for myself as Team U.D.R.S will have to keep a good monitor on surveillance. At the time, 12 laps is going to be a bit more challenging to be on intermediate level, so better make sure to stay on track and go faster to be shape up when you're at it. But coming on to the hairpin on turn 14, turn left, going a bit more aggressive, and Fast Ginger 1 in 2-second penalty is now being called out. No hitting around during this race. This might have a good start and go all the way to see how Ford GT cars are now doing the best recommend pick for this part of the race. First lap clear, BDAX 785 just took 1 minute, 42.9 seconds. Oh, there goes. Looks like a massive collision on turn 1 to go around. Call out the yellow flag. We have Waxis the Best, and Velocity is now going back on track after that slight incident. This could be a bit more dirty racing to see it. The handling and the scratches is now being seen to be well spotted. So you guys might gonna have to be very extra careful for future championship events on the Nations Cup. From Group 3 races to road cars on Deep Forest Raceway since the test season on GT7. But now it's about to get much more intense challenging to go extreme exercise caution to go road car racing. It'll have to take more than that, but the concentration is the key of excellent. Going up on Velocity in 7th place. Kick it up and go supercharge. Slow down, and Fast Ginger 1 is quickly to be on the recovery after crossing the penalty line. 6th place for myself, and looks like here it comes. Slow and fast out is now going outside as I have to keep a bit more careful to stay on track on 6th place. Here we have Waxis the Best One on 5th place. Coming up and go for having a Ford GT lineup to take the chase on Mr. Jones in the Mercedes AMG GTS 2015. So looks like Psycho Crowley is in the lead. Go before GT and going thrilled to be excited. Heads up, slow in, fast out is now coming in. Overtake my position to be forceful, drop down onto 7. Turn 1 to go left. Heading back onto turn 2 and 3 by having a brake zone to go around and elevate on the corner terrain. The tarmac is going to be a bit more challenging for 4 GT cars, and especially to be very good for the Mercedes-AMG GTS to be having a one single FR layout. But most of all, it'll have to be more challenging to go concentration that you might need to get down and do some thinkable strategy in order to win the race by finishing in the top 3 or better. By coming around onto turn 10, left turn by the position and step on the apex. Very nice. 6 racers are now going by the slipstream by approaching on the second straightaway by around exit on sector 2 and go earlier in sector 3. But heads up, looks like Speed and Scene Panta is now going update for having a grid onto number 3 and number 2 spot. Left turn around by the hairpin and keep pushing in. Velocity is now going amp up onto the speed with the same 4 GT just like we do. Last corner to go on turn 17 and 18, and there it goes. Looks like gonna keep a good watchful eye on the smoke because they're about to go supercharged to the max. Here we have the fastest lap time record is now being set by Fast Ginger 1 in about a minute, 36.394 seconds. And there goes Velocity, train paint overtake on 7th place without any respawn onto the chassis for having a damage amount. So let's keep going steady up and go braking slower and lighter on the low speed. Got more skills to do that. Sector 1 clear to go back and proceed in Sector 2. Very nice and more impressive. The action just keeps on going. But heads up, after coming around on turn 9 to go back at turn 10, don't slow down, just keep going because we still got a lot of supercharged acceleration when you're using for the Ford GT 2006. It'll have to be a more easier to beat the FR layout, and hold on, smoke detected to be checked and go enter the tunnels on Sector 3. It's going to be a bit more challenging to see how Mercedes-AMG GTS versus 3 Mercedes-AMG GTS is going to be a contested of the road car showdown for the first round. So coming around on to the last update as I move up on to 7th place, still got a few more seconds on the gap for Velocity, and C Panta will have to go for the battle in 5th place. 4th lap clear, now entered on lap number 5. But heads up, Louis 3 and B-Back 9785 is now coming back in. Gonna stay on track, and Fast Ginger 1 is now going back again on 7th place. Talk about one opponent or another is going to be more likely to have a best through of the battle in 5th place to be entered onto the top 5 spot. Halfway there to get closer, so we have to step it up and go Top Gear Racing to see how Mercedes and Ford to have the perfect battle match in round 1 of the Nations Cup. Followed by in Fast Ginger 1 is now being seen on 7th place at the spot. Still coming in and catch up to Velocity as C Panta is still going on the defense and offense by having 2 Mercedes-AMG GTS until the other 4 GTs comes in for having an increased amount of pace. High speed acceleration and third sector closes in by the entrance. But let's not forget the 3rd Mercedes-AMG GTS is now coming back in. Louis 3 is now going to proceed to be stationed on 8th place before it catches up on to Fast Ginger 1, and 6th place is now coming at it. Slipstream is the one-on-one showdown to go by having a multiple driver amount, but try not to go forceful by the kick acceleration at the rear or in the front. Okay, 6th lap. Let's do this. Time to dive in on turn 1. Avoid contact is very necessarily to go at it to see how several racers will be going masterful to be achieved to be successful. By clear approaching on turn 5 before exit on sector 1 to go back again on sector 2. 3 Mercedes-AMG GTS is now stepping up and go for the natural game plan to see how challenging to go underestimate with 4 GTs. It's FR versus MR on Deep Forest Raceway, but boy, this race is going to be much more enjoyable to sit back and have some popcorn and some corn dogs that you guys really might need to be sit around as a spectator. But still gonna have to take a good watchful eye on the record as Fast Ginger _1 took the lap time by 1 minute 36.394 seconds before we're about to go back again on to turn 14 at the hairpin. Major step collision to be avoided and go for the lineup. It's gonna be a mass lineup of traffic cars are now going around on the circuit. Seems like it's going to be a bit more contested to see how the paces and supercharged with non-aspiration to have different vehicles to come around. Lap number 6 clear, now go by in lap number 7. Collision averted, turn 1 and clear. Okay, there we go, looks like it's going to be a mass lineup with 4 GTs and 3 Mercedes-AMG GTS is going all-out battle to take on in first place. It's going to be a crazy race out there on the Nations Cup for the first round on Season 1 of the Exhibition Series for the 2023/24. So gonna have to keep going and stay on track to keep a good monitors on sensor on the radar. Oh, there goes. There goes slow in, fast out, folks. He just almost barely had it, and we just lost one of our group. I'll have to take your place, slow in, fast out. I will do my best whenever I can, because this race and the competition for the Nations Cup is going to be a bit more contested when it comes to have 3 Mercedes-AMG GTS and few more 4 GTs. Turn 14 hairpin clear and go around on freestyle at turn 16 by around on to number 18. But 0.5 second penalty received on Louis 3. Fast Ginger 1 might gonna have to keep a good effort to step up and go overtake to get closer before approaching on lap number 8 earlier at the start. Proceed with exercise caution. And magnificent. All I can see a witness is Louis 3 just took the fastest lap time by the record in 1 minute 36.077 seconds is now achieved for the new record. He did a good job, folks. Louis 3 did a good, fantastic run. But it's not over yet. The celebration will have to wait for having a good start on the Nations Cup. Dive in and go all the way. Turn 9 before approaching at turn 10 to have a steep blind corner to go around on the left. But meanwhile, slow in, fast out, and TC55XX is now coming back together to be having 2 4 GTs as a group to go teaming up and have Louis 3 to be forced slowed down by quickly onto the penalty line. But there it goes. Slow in, fast out, overtake my current position to be dropped down on number 8 along with TC55XX. They're about to go at it, and major lineup to be step up onto the main pace will go high speed to kick it up onto the high gear. It's a tug of war between 4 GTs and less Mercedes-AMG GT3 is going at it for having a battle of the lap time record. But hopefully, only one player will be more likely to see who will take home the new set of the record, led by Louis 3. But heads up, no bumper cars allowed on turn 1. Just going to keep a good natural as a pro racer. Now gonna have to come back on 7th place to get closer to slow in and fast out. Speed is still on the number 1 spot in the lead. He's going in, folks. He is going on a hard defense along with the rest of the group. They're about to go at it. They're about to get in the fight and keep pushing onto the high slipstream to be having some good mobility balance on the main respawn. I just hope they're about to be racing in their cause, because slipstream on the 2nd straightaway is going to be calling in for having some best advantage to go upper hand. Go by the 5th gear and slow in fast until Socko Crowley slows down and step on the brakes before hairpin at turn 14. But let's not forget, TC55XX is coming back again for another time. So intense, and see how 4 GTs is going to be all out battling to see who will get over onto the top position to be finished at least. So gonna make one clear overtake at Fast Ginger 1, 10th lap. 2 more laps to go, and here comes Louie 3, and oh, there goes that collision at turn 1 is now being spotted. Gonna make my way and go for the number 5 at the spot. Yes! Now that is so very much more patient before approaching for having a good, excellent race to see 1-4 GT to have a survival of the fittest to break the tug-of-war. Very awesome, and I just barely did a good effort out there, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more laps for having a good patient time on to the 10th lap, and we're almost there to have the best of the best for having 1-4 GT can take home the podium. But it's not over yet. We have a 2-on-2 battle between 2-4 GTs and 2 Mercedes-AMG GTS. See Penta and Speed versus Mr. Jones and Velocity. US versus Canada is going in for having a 2-team battle for having a good, excellent thrill of the showdown. As the tables have turned, so it looks like this will be giving a good, excellent bet to see which 2 drivers will be take home the podium for having a good, excellent team battle. But it's not about the competition for only 2 manufacturer brands, but this one is about the driver and itself to be represented for the country. So let's go, and finishing up towards at the end of the 10th lap, looks like Fast Ginger 1 is now coming in to join the fun. Side by Side comes in and pulled the brake by approaching in turn 1. This will be having a good pair session of teamwork, you guys. It's only me and Fast Ginger _1 to have 1 GT player and a U.D.R.S racer itself for having the same 4 GT. Same color and the same amount of customization. So I had to keep a good watchable eye on, because watching each other's back is all that matters for having a good roll. So here it comes. C Penta is currently to stay on the defense as Mr. Jones is really going for the offense. And there it goes. Looks like he's coming back and stay in the 2nd position along with his teammate C Penta. For only 2 Canadian drivers on position 3 and 4, Speed and Velocity are about to be putting up the change up to a different game plan of strategy. By almost there by entering in sector 3 as they're about to be approaching on turn 14 at the hairpin to go back again. Just look at those 4 go. 2-4 GTs and Mercedes-AMG GTS are about to go for having a tough contested, and this might have something else for having one bit of tricks up their sleeves. But apparently, 2 different drivers in the same car to have 2 roles might gonna be step up and go proceed to have a good, excellent entrance onto the final lap. Number 12, here we go, and let's do it to bring home the podium. C Penta has come in a long way for having a good, excellent start to be on the first round on the Nations Cup, as Speed is going back and proceed to be in the middle on second place, as Mr. Jones in third place might need to get back onto its teammate, but somehow 2.4 GTs and the Mercedes-AMG GTS is going to be a bit much more excited to have a main role part onto the Nations Cup. But we're almost there. We're getting closer to be on the halfway point to be on the track, just to have 2 more sectors to go. Braking and speed cornering is going to be a bit more challenging to see how we could do it, as the other 4 racers are now already entered on the second straightaway, along with Fast Ninja 1 and myself. Going game with some separation, and wow, I cannot believe it. This might be quite giving a good, excellent contested showdown to see how 4 players will be actually to be take home the podium. I wonder what it's going to be look like. I bet C Penta is going to win. This has got to do a perfect racing highlight to go for the clean competition. Final stretch for C Penta. Come on, man, you can do it. Make a good, proud way to be represented on Team Ford. And there you go, folks. C Penta wins the race in the first season of the first round on the Nations Cup for the 2023/24 Exhibition Series GTWS at Deep Forest Raceway. What a excellent showdown to have 2.4 GTs and a Mercedes-AMG GTS. So amazing, and darn proud for 4 of them for having a number 1 through the 4th position. I'm so proud of them, folks. They did a good darn proud. Clean race is good to have 1 star earned. Man, I am so very good to be back on track. But just to have last for 2 months, but it was so fantastic to see the result standings at the end of the first round. C Penta, Velocity, Speed, and Mr. Jones. Great to see how 4 other racers did a good, magnificent, good job to see it. But I deserve to have 4 of them to be congratulations for having an excellent 2-on-2 showdown with 4 GTs and the Mercedes-AMG GTS. But there's no need to have a picture of the thumbnail image is now being shown in blank. Bummer. Guess I'll have to take some time to do some more community service before tomorrow. Just for me, I might gonna have to do some work in development on industry. But after all, the first round is now being checked and well done. I kinda say that, folks. Way to keep up and have a good concentration, but especially to have one other thing to be extra bit more careful. Try not to do any dive bombing on turn 1 and turn 14 by round onto the hairpin. That could be quite very much more considered to have a penalty according to some few other mistakes. So yeah, try not to do any more dive bombing during this part of the competition when you're on Deep Forest Raceway. But that's a good competition, folks. Very excellent, and way to keep up for having an excellent seed, for having a main part, for having a second Saturday, and the first round on the Nations Cup. 1 race down, 4 to go, and that will be a very good, excellent part for today's racing highlight moments. So, I guess the second phase is now being complete, so I'll have to stick around, so I had to be ready to go on proceed forward on the third phase during the part of the video segment. So I'll have to take a good look for having an inspection check. Stick around, you guys. I just really might need to take a break until I'll have to get back on track to do the same part we'll be continue on. So I'll be right back, folks. Alright, let's get back on track and go for Phase 3. Preparation is now being resumed. So, a good start for the Nations Cup is now already begin in the middle of September. Just to have the duration between in the middle of September... No wait, it's not it. Alright, let's try this again. So, the start of the fall season has already begun for the exhibition series, folks. One race is already checked and complete, and that means we still gotta have another time to go participate for round 2 on the GTWS Manufacturers Cup on the 2023/24 exhibition series to the same season due to my delay. But after all, event scheduled to have the final outcome for round 1 is now being labeled highlight as complete. Just to have 2 more rounds. Sorry folks, can I try this again? But I still got a lot of ability to be changed up to go cover up the planning. So let me do on take 3. It was a good start to participate in the first round at Deep Forest Raceway to choose any 7 specified real car outfitted with some custom parts except the Mazda RX-Vision 2015, which is considered to be as a concept car. But by the way, it was a very good and way to keep up or having a tough start for every Gran Turismo player like us. The first round is now being complete for having a second Saturday. The third Saturday will be coming up on round 2 in the Manufacturers Cup. Is going to be a very good time to be date scheduled on September 30th, which is definitely to be perceived to be prior to the September 2023 update. So the next race on round 2 is going to be at reverse direction on Dragon Trail Seaside for the Group 4 category. And for the GT1 League, we'll have to take a Group 3 car will be put up as a marathon. Oh, and by the way, event schedule check as a reminder because the first round is now being highlighted as complete. Next race, Autodrome Lago Maggiore in the full course layout by using with a Gran Turismo Red Bull X 2019 competition is going to be at October 7 on next Saturday. Just to have every 2 weeks for the Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup during this part of the exhibition series. But man, I can't wait to have 2 more rounds in November. Is going to be at Special Stage Route X, and the track itself is going to be a mystery guess. But we'll have to find out because the only prediction is it's going to be a Canadian racetrack or a returning circuit from the previous Gran Turismo games. So I had to get back and proceed to the GT garage, and this time I had to open up all the roulette tickets since my B-Day celebration from last week. But I almost forgot about it because I've been waiting so long for having a major delay by technical difficulties. 18 gigs available, so let's open up, and I'll have to keep filling out for every month to have more roulette tickets. So let's see which prize should I get. Give me something. Give me something to cheer me up. Nuts! Just to have low common credits, but I'll take that for only a 10,000 GT credits. Okay, second 4-star ticket coming up. This could be my reward challenge because my late B-Day gift is already passed. Yet another 10,000 credits. Keep adding up more, and this will have to do it much more collective and earn some more prizes to be adding up. This time, a new engine is calling for me. Bingo! Maybe not. Lamborghini invitation. Just what I need. Expiration date, October 23rd. 4 4-star coming up. Until the 5th 4-star is all I need to have. Just give me one best car pick. Alright, I'll take the Lexus RCF 2014, and this time blue color in sapphire. Heat blue contrast layering, bring out the confetti, and this will be my second part of the late B-Day gift. Oh, and did I ever mention that I haven't do any short videos that I just got myself the first B-Day gift? Take a hint. A Vision Gran Turismo car, and a Nissan vehicle, which is apparently to be designed as a 2020. But you guys know the riddle because I just got myself a Nissan Vision Gran Turismo Concept 2020. But I'll have to take a good look to show you guys for myself. But look at this. An ultra high RPM turbocharger. Very good compatible vehicle on the Mazda RX-7 Spirit R Type A FD 2002. I'll take that part, and very good and used. Next up, 6 4-star coming up on the next course. Nice, Citroen invitation. Right on time, and go purchasing another GT5 Citroen road car. Now for another one. 7 4-star on the list. Yes! 500,000 Gran Turismo credits. Thank you, Lady Luck. Gold type on the rarity. Right back on 8.1 million credits. 8 4-star coming up on the list. Sweet, another Nissan C Performance. So good thing I didn't use a courtesy vehicle to have custom parts and Brembo brake disc. But one road car and already acquired to have a good registered car index for a collection. But speaking of which, this might have a very good excellent idea to have another Nissan C variation to have a dispenser cam livery. But you guys have already seen from the August update. Well, still in progress for having a beta test session for myself. Okay, now for the 9 4-star roulette ticket coming up and being received from 911. Still very close to get the Aston Martin invitation, but one part, high lip camshaft, is now being compatible on the Maserati Gran Turismo S 2008. 10 4-star is next. Come on, give me a safety car or a Toyota, or maybe, yes, I guess Toyota Crown Athlete G safety car is listed and acquired. Cannot believe it, I just got myself another safety car to the same Toyota Crown. Well, I guess maybe I might gonna have to hold on to it for a while, but that one might have to come up with a better idea for having a custom race event. Number 11 roulette ticket coming up on the next list. Okay, looks like a stroke up S is now on the Honda NSX Type R 2002. One part added and keep it in the storage. Number 12 4-star ticket is coming up. Nice! Just a Chevy Nova tuner car is all I need. The Chris Hallstrom concept 1967 Chevy Nova. Hello sweet beauty, and acquired onto the car index of the collection. Bring out the confetti. Now that's very nice for a classic muscle car, even a professional tune car, which is part of the SEMA Gran Turismo reward. Another 4-star roulette ticket is coming up. Okay, well, another nitrous system is now being compatible on the Group 4 Peugeot RC set. 13 4-star is going in. Come on, give me something. Lamborghini Murcielago or an invitation. Nope. 10,000 Gran Turismo credits to go on the Bronze Common. Another fun collection for some savings. Now for another one. Come on, luck. Give me something. Oh yeah, Ferrari invitation. Just the only European invitation is all I need. Very nice and good to be available by having a green light. Only 2 4-star tickets to go. Next one is going to be a better one. A bit much more uncommon or good to be on the rare, but common car that is. Peugeot RCC GT Line 2015. Check, registered, and added to the car index. 46 collector points and stored in the garage. One more 4-star ticket. Here goes nothing. Okay, touche. That's 2 Ferrari invitations in a row being received. One last roulette ticket is a 3-star. I bet it's going to be the blue Toyota GR86. Nope. Just to have 5,000 GT credits. That would be my guess. And I was right. That's 8.2 million credits in total and back on track. But by the way folks, because I just wanted to make sure that you guys might gonna have to show you something after I just purchased for only one vehicle from the Legend Car dealership. And Alfa Romeo is gonna be a very good classic on the Italian model, which is the 8C 2900B Touring Berlinetta 1938. So let's have a good detail and have a good title on description. Equipped with a DOAC V8, this exclusive coupe was produced by Alfa Romeo in the pre-war period. But very good, fine fortune road car, very classic and very vintage. But I can't wait to use this one to create a Total Drama Island reboot livery on Scary Girl. But yeah, Scary Girl, which is definitely known as Lauren, which is her real name. Well, that would be quite very good to have a nice early gift to have one Alfa Romeo 8C 2900B Touring Berlinetta is a good classic road car to its day. But speaking of which, this one might have a green light for having one car collection is now being available. The CHC 1967 Chevy Nova is now being seen on the red dot. This monster Nova was a 2013 GT Award winner, equipped with the highest quality performance parts available. Thank you for the reminder on the notification. So almost to be having at least 400 cars. Now I have 398 is going to get closer, so that would be quite very good to have a receive heads up notice on Sarah. But the next 399 car is going to be having a one good guess, the DeLorean Series 2 2004, or I'll have to keep a good exact reminder heads up to have some more cars to be registered until being stopped at 478. The Car Collector Master is coming in for having a long way, you guys. Long way and extra to have a show you guys that you guys and for having an extra that I'm about to show you guys something. So a sneak peek that I'm about to be work in progress to have some more new Total Drama Island liveries is still coming around in the block, but not yet. Only in the month of October until it will have to be ready to go by released, along with some additional to have some team variations like Frogs of Death and the ferocious Trout. By starting out by the letter, as I'm about to be starting out with Axel in the Pontiac GTO The Judge 1969, Bowie in the Maserati MC20 2020, Caleb in the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta 2012, Chase in the Toyota GR86 RC, Damien in the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640, Emma, perhaps confused from the Redonkulous race character, but this is a TAI character different appearance on the Volkswagen Polo GTI 2014, and then stopping at Julia on the Ferrari FA Tributo 2019. But I might have to say this, you guys, because it's still work in progress, but don't ask me because I still got a lot of more work to do as I'm about to wrap this up before at the end of the video. In the meantime, regular content video is still on delay until it's about to be ready to go available on Greenlight by sometime around in December 2023 and earlier on January 2024. So I'll have to leave it to myself, and the U.D.R.S Committee will have to get down and go on industry by development. So I hope you guys really enjoy watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. Thank you for watching. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Discord, Patreon, and more to see my own image artwork like U.D.R.S liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.